Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Let me see we're still here. Make sure my headphones are on. So we're not doing this in the back radio portion. I just want to let you know we got the microscope working today. I'll tell you how that. I have two microscopes now, but it's the same models. I tell you what happened. Why this one had a defect microscope. I had to reorder another one, but something happened good last night when I turned on the microscope and plugged it in because the camera wasn't on. It did work once before when I first got it, but it finally went out. So I took it apart 2 weeks ago and checked everything was already okay. And it looked like there was nothing wrong with the switches and stuff. And how we did that, let me see, we're still on here. And it happened last night. And when I turned on the microscope, because I was trying to check, then it fell down on the desk, and the microscope came in. The camera came on. Ever since, if you ever get a defective microscope, it's called the Beaver M1, the Darwin M1. That's what it is. It's from Beaver Labs. It's called. So I'll show you guys what it looks like on the screen. We'll show you in a minute. We're out here sitting in the same area I did. We're not on the radio room porch tonight. We're actually out here on this desk. In You guys know where the TV room, I usually sit near the 85-inch TV, almost near there. But you're going to see some one of these parts I took off, but we're not showing the whole part. We're going to show you a small board I took out of that PC board, that Power Spy, about 3 weeks ago when I showed you on the first microscope live stream, the older microscope I had a while back. So let me see if I can hear you guys out there. Audio. Let's see. Audio testing 1, 2, 3. Can anyone hear me? Let me see. Audio. Audio. Check, check, check. Audio. We're back. Audio. Audio testing 1, 2, 3. I'm mute to go here, turn this off in a second. Yeah, hi, because this one's on a different sound card. That's how this works. Okay. Let's see, I can hear myself out there. So I'm going to turn that off a second. Monitor off. So I'm probably going to go open the live studio thing we can see. I'll show you guys the microscope, what it looks like on the screen. We're going to do that soon. And we might do radio of the week tonight. So you guys are going to see these components, but this thing is the program I downloaded a while back, about 2 weeks ago, where you actually can go get. I'll show you where you can get the BEAVERLABs in a second. Let me see if I can hear myself on the stream. This thing is the program about 2 weeks ago, where you actually go get. I'll clear Let me switch out the headphones in a second so I can hear myself. Let me see if I can hear myself here. Put no set on. See if we can hear it. I can't hear it on this thing right now. Let's see if I can hear myself out there on YouTube land. There we go. Okay. So you guys want to see the microscope. So who's in the chat tonight? See who's out there. So I'll show you where you get we'll show that in a minute. Let's turn on the M1 solder camera, see if it's working. I'm going to turn off the image capture in a second. Let's see, we got it open right now. Now I'll have to turn it on in a second to show you guys in a second. I'm going to take a look in a second. I got to turn it on in a second. Yeah, we got it on now. Just have to select the thing. There we go. We got it on screen. There, guys, you can see it. There we go. We can actually go see a full screen of this right now. So this is actually the brightness, the lineup thing. You guys can see that. And this is things you draw scaly lines. Take a video, take a photo. And watch the full screen here. Okay. Well, let's see you guys can see everything. Let me see who's in the chat tonight. So watch what you can do with this microscope. And I'll show you what the name is called, so you guys will see it. It's one of these. Yeah, that's the microscope. So yeah, this is the microscope you guys saw on the screen. I'll show you in a second. You guys can see that. So I'm gonna see who's in the chat in a minute. I gotta go look in a minute. But we're actually not in the radio room tonight, so we're out here near the TV area where I'm at. This is actually the manual. I know it looks kind of different backwards. It's hard to tell which is angle when you hold this thing. There we go. And it can go these 6 inches away. It can go far away. Yeah, it can move above if you're going to do some soldering stuff. Yeah, it can do really good when it's far away. That's at least a good, at least 12 inches away. You can do a lot of things with this. You could actually, if you like if you have manuals like you like those manuals get on C radios and stuff, you can actually do things like this. And you can see it could do a lot of things with this microscope chips. And this is actually what it's called. Look how amazing this thing is. Goes a little far away, we can tune it up. Look at that. That's a good at least 1 to 2 feet away. About 1 foot away, you can do that. But I'll have to probably get something for this thing to make something for this thing, so we can actually get close-up things. It could do a lot of things. But this one I paid like $19 for. But I got one of my money back on one of them because I thought it was defective. But when I found out when the thing fell down last night on this microscope, the camera came back on. So I have 2 microscopes of this right now. You can see it. I'm tuning it up. It's got a brightness setting. You can go down on this. And you go to complete dark. And you put the brightness back up. Here we go. So that's what it can do. If you guys want to go get the app in the Play Store, let's see where you can get it. But you can go look it up. It does work. It's portable. It'll work on it'll even work on the PC. So I'll give you guys a QR app so you guys can get that scanned tonight. If you want to go get the app today, look it up and get it scanned. Let me know if it works on the screen. Let's see, make sure it's right there. There we go. Let me know if it works on the live internet on the screen. If you guys scan the QR code, let me know if it works. This is where you get the app for the Android. For the iPhone, so if you're an iPhone user, go ahead and try to scan that. And it's all free. And this is what it's all certification. We can read anything with this thing. You can hold it in your hand. Make sure it does. And get it our way. Pretty cool. You can do everything like that. I'm about 1 foot away from this right now with this. Holding it right there. You guys could take a look. But it's pretty good. My other microscope couldn't do this. The black one you guys seen. We'll have to get something to make for this thing so we can get close to the chip and do a lot of soldering with this thing. So that's what it is. So it didn't came with the stand. I got the single one included. That's what it was. I'll show you guys a little bit about that. And it's got that little button on the top, but it's a pretty cool device. So I recommend check this one out. It's on Temu. You can get it pretty on sale. Let's go look at these chips tonight, and I'll show you guys in a second. Let's put this back on the line position we had. So let's give us an idea so a chip looks like up close. I got this laying on top of the thing right now. You guys can see it. That's really right close. There we go. I got it stand still. So you guys take a look at it in a second. See who's in the live stream. I'm gonna go check who's out there. I'm gonna go look here. So who came out here tonight? Who's watching me right now? I'm gonna show you the whole chip, these little small boards. So we're out here on the desk and showing you out here. We're not in the radio room. So it's pretty cool. Hey, what's up, Mark Sanquist? What do you think of the new microscope? And it's pretty good. It's actually the BEAVERLABs. I'll show you where you can go get it. But Temu's got them on sale for like $19. That's what they are. $19. And it's almost 17. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. And this is cool, but it'll take pictures of the thing. You guys see the option? It'll actually take a picture of it. If you want to take pictures of the chips you want to do, you could do it with this one. And it will work on Android device and ISO. I tried on my Android last night, and I used my leather couch and tried to look at it. This one I'll show where you can go get it right now. But here today, it's been all raining all day here in Tennessee. We finally got some cold spells, but it's been like 58 degrees, 60 degrees of rain. And it finally ended about 2 hours ago. But tomorrow's I'm supposed to get those tweezers, and it's a whole entire roll pack I'm supposed to get them. I'll show you guys later. It's the ones you use those black tweezers for chips and stuff. And that's what it's used for. Timu's got them on sale. But I've been working on some foam farming on that stuff. But yeah, there's an app called Top Surveys. Look it up. But I have other ones beside that one. And I use my piggy box. It still earns good. And there's one called Pay Point View. It's another one you can do surveys. I find cash out later today, but you do it every couple months. But this one called Top Surveys, you can try to work on that. When you sign up on Android with it, it's all free. You can cash in any gift card you want, and you'll get $5 once you install the app. And you can work up on surveys to do that. It's like QuickTalks, like back in the old days. Let me show you where you get this wonderful microscope from. So let me get us in this mode here. Let me see if we can try to go over it in a minute. So let's. So I actually saw Mark Sandquist in the chat, UDX 875 up in Alberta, Canada. Let me see if we can get another window capture ready to go. There we go. And we can have the microscope at the same time. Awesome. That's cool. So we can have these at the running at the same time. So what is this one? Let's go look up BEAVERLAB microscope. So you guys see that. Let's take a look over in a second. But you can also use it as a flashlight. That's why I like that. Well, let's go look at there we go. That's what we look at. Okay. So I'm gonna go look at that today. This is the microscope that sells it for. That's the one I have, but not with this tripod thing. So I have the single one. Look at that one, 31,000. Oh man, that's high. They come in like this too. That's the same brand name, but they have a little better thing. I'll show you what it looks like. The BEAVERLAB microscope you can get on Amazon. This is their main site, and I'll show you where you can get the software. I got this software from. The one I got is the MC1 right there. That's the one, but on Temu they're going pretty cheap price. I don't have one of these, but if you guys want to 3D print one of these, you don't need the knobs. Just need this here to move it up and down. If you guys want to know how we can make one of these, that'd be awesome to put this on it. And that's what you need to do. That's the only problem. But you can make a great thing. All you just need your computer screen and your Android phone, and that's what you use. So that's a Cosmos chips. I know what that is. 1 megapixel. The old one was like a 12 to 14 megapixel, but this is high quality. And it'll work on Windows 10, 11, and 8, I think it is. This is actually it. And this is the one we're using tonight. You guys can see it. And it's like $39, but on Temu you can get it pretty cheap right now. And plus, not export from, it's actually in the US warehouse. That's how I got it from. And most of it will come from California, New Jersey, Texas, and all those things. And they're going on sale for like $17 between $19 for the price this microscope's going for right now. It's in pretty good deal right now. It's been selling for the last 3 weeks. I've been selling. And also it does mobile Wi-Fi connection. So if you're going to do your mobile app, you'll get knocked off the internet for sure for your Wi-Fi connection, not your cell phone, but you'll get knocked off your internet when you get this to do it. So when you open the app, and this is a pretty cool one. It goes from 100 times to 1,000 times medications, but it works pretty good. You guys saw it on camera. This is all what it does. And it has that too, but It is a beautiful thing. That's what that thing looks like. But when you see the videos of it, it doesn't look like the inside of it. But I'll show you what one the chip looks like inside of it. I'll show you one of these days because I took this thing apart to look inside, and the battery's kind of small. They use one of those drone type batteries, like your toy drone, like your husband drone. That's the kind of batteries it's using, one of those. And if you have a husband drone type battery or a toy quadcopter type battery, it'll work for that, for this one. So if they actually ran out of batteries, but if you plug this in the USB port, it should be fine without a battery if you want. But it's like a 3.5 millimeter jack I've seen. This is the one with the microscope version. Mine's the DRM-M1 without this. Wish I had this hook up something like this, but that's what they do. So it's been out for several years, I know. And I'll show you where you go get the software for this. And see, they have the software here, support, and let's take a look. And the software you can get the microscope in one. And I think it's on the bottom where you get the software. So it does all that stuff too, you guys can see it. That's what you can use, but you can change this to black on this too. It'll do things like this. It does a lot of great things. You can see bugs with it if you want. But I'm using it for electronic stuff, that's what we do. Or you can use it for terabytes, coins. People use it for coins. It could do, that's what I like, it's portable, means you can carry it anywhere you want. If you want to look at your car or something like that. It didn't came with all this stuff. That's the one with the thing, cause it only came with this cable, and that's the only thing that comes with it. But I wish I had a longer data cable, which I had to get the cable a little bit longer. It uses one of those cables like the use on your Samsung Galaxy phones. That's what this kind of cable uses. And that's all the specification, but it's a beautiful thing. For the price for it, it's well worth it for it. So it does Windows 7, 8, and 10, and 11 above. And it does Android 8.0, and it does ISO 12.0 above. So I'm trying to figure out where you get the software so they can do all that stuff. So it's pretty cool. So that's how much some of these go for the screen. But if you have a television, you can hook your laptop to a TV with this. And I have that screen you guys saw, and we'll be able to hook that up. Trying to find out where you can get the software at. It's usually in here where you can get the download software. There it is. Just go to Download Center, and this is where you got to go get the program. It'll come in like a zip file. So that's mostly the Wi-Fi connection you can do. For the PC connection, BeaverPoint is what you got to go get. That's the app. So you can get it for Windows, Mac, and mostly just look for the MX Pro version, I think it is, or it's the Microscope M1 and 2. This is the one you use. I checked all these other ones too. So that's what you need for both of them. So also there's the manual online. You can go look at it. So you guys can take a look at the site, but I think a lot of CB shops should try this microscope. It might make it easy, but I still use the glasses thing. But I like this kind of option. You can move pretty far away with this thing. Trust me, like 1 to 2 feet, it could be that far away, or 1 foot, and you can get up close to it. But what I like about this, we could use this as a microscope when I solder connectors like capacitors and stuff. We could do some things like that, but we got to make something for this thing. So I'll have to try some things to hold the hands. But the other one was much lighter than this one. This is actually a little heavier. So yeah, I'll show you where you can go get it on Temu tonight. If you guys want to go order one of these right now, try it out for fun. And believe me, you can see everything with this thing. I was pretty surprised. Well, let's go back to, just type in so what you guys been doing out there today? How you guys getting any skip? So I've been quite busy. But have you guys talked to anybody down in Jamaica so far? You guys heard about that Category 5 hurricane that hit through the island? I heard about it on the local news thing on TV or something like that. But Jamaica got a Category 5 hurricane that went through areas. And it's supposed to predict to go to New York or not. So if you get anybody on the C radio tomorrow, If you hear anybody in Jamaica, let them know you went through the hurricane. So if you're out there on the radio, Jamaica got hit by this hurricane called Melissa. It was a Category 5 hurricane. It went. They were showing predictions this morning. It was actually showing it was going right into the middle of the island of Jamaica. So Montego Bay is to the east of it, of the her eye, and the other one's to the west of it. So it went right in the center of Jamaica. That's where it went. Then it's supposed to go out to Cuba and all that stuff with the hurricane. Yeah. So let's go take a look at. Felipe's got a lot of options. Let's put Timu in option. So hold on a second. Got it in the dock. So this is what Timu is showing right now. That's at the actual price. Need something like that. That'd be cool. It'll do that when you go up to that far. You can move this down here when you solder this up for your radio. That's what you can use that thing on it, because you don't have to burn anything or get close to your eyes to it. But it can go at least pretty far away up that way, or you can get close to it. So it's good like when you do surfing mount chips. So when you do the heat type thing, when you move surface chips, you don't want that thing to touch that when it melts it. But it usually be pretty quite fine. So let's look at Temu right now. Any deals on Temu? Oh, we can hop over to Temu. Yeah, we'll go hop over here a second so we can actually see it. You should be able to see it on Temu right now. Why is it taking so long to load? Let's check this one. Let's just type in Temu. We'll just go here. Let's go look on Temu and find it. We'll just go there. It'll take us to Temu pretty fast. And we'll go find it on that one. There we go. Finally Temu is working. Alright. Let's go look at that M1 microscope. This is a stupid thing. They do that crap. Okay. They do that for that stuff. So this is all the deals on Temu right now, you guys see? They got all kinds of microscope. There's my soldering station. You see where I got it from. There's a lot of great deals. If I was you, make sure you guys go on Temu tonight and try to buy it. If you guys looking for solder iron stuff, desoldering things and stuff, I would look at this tonight and try to buy a bunch of this stuff and get it going. But if you need a lot of soldering stuff, I wish they had some of this stuff. I'll show you what I need. They showed it on the top. I wish I had some of that stuff. What this stuff does, you just don't have to tip. You just put it in there once and it's okay, and it makes everything shine up and stuff like that. Man, there's a lot of this is actually here in the United States. You can get all this stuff. I wish I had one of those. They have a miniature pocket also. I don't know if that will work on the C radio, but I saw this. This is one of the best deals right now. I'm looking at right now, and this little thing's cool. I have a set of these here. I had a couple of weeks ago. And this is actually, this thing you have to solder very close to these things. It only came with like one lens and stuff like that. It's pretty good, but I did solder. I actually did, when I was working on the relay to take it apart, take it out, I was using this. I was using this kind of thing. I didn't use the zoom up lens of those. I just used the basic stock lens, and usually you can get up pretty close to that, no problem. I was using that to get it desoldered with that little with the little blue thing I had, and using the solder iron thing, and it did pretty good. I had to turn it down a little bit not to burn the board or nothing like that, and I got it no problem. I tried the technique Wagmaster showed me. I put deoxit, clean it with a piece of printing paper, and mostly it didn't do anything. I tried that, and I put the solder back, put the relay back in the same position it was before, and tried it and did the same exact results. So these are a lot of great deals. So let's show you the BEAVERLABs where I got it from. So these are actual local warehouse. If you're in the United States, this would be a great time to do it, but they've been selling this every single day. But I'm gonna buy a greenhouse on there. It's gonna be over by the shed during this week, and our chickens are gonna stay in it. And probably not milk cartons, we're gonna get some kind of nesting box where it actually could pop the eggs out. It's like a normal nesting box. When they lay eggs, the eggs will roll out in this little tray thing. That's what it'll do. So they don't have to be pecking at the eggs every time when it happens. It goes into like a box and seals it. And it's gonna be way far, and it's gonna be like 15-foot long greenhouse. And it's only like 5 to 6 foot. It shouldn't affect my beam antenna if it's next to it. It's gonna be way in the front of the beam antenna where it's gonna be at. It's gonna be right above where the last rope that goes out to the far end, that area you guys seen a while back. The little thin rope out there. So, and most still have a yard there running right there to all the grass down. Because this area has a lot of ticks in the area for the last 2 months. So we cleared about 2 to 4 hours. I think 3 days ago I was pretty sore and I was worn out. It was actually on, I think it was actually on Friday night when I was worn out. So I got checked on World Radio 559 that night. So you guys will see this soon. Let's show you. Let's go get that one. So yeah, I'm gonna show you the chips with this microscope. This thing's amazing, okay? And if you get a defective one of these, and I'll show where I got this. This is the one I got from today for the second one. The first one, let's take a look at the price. And if you see the one with $17, that's what I'm saying. There's all kinds of them. So there's one for $21. They went up on price and some went down. But when you get them, they'll go down in price in either way. It doesn't come with that thing. It only comes with that thing. And when you see that design, it doesn't have that green battery. Instead, it's a small type, drone type battery. We're gonna go click on and look at it in a second. So yeah, I got it for these for $17 on the first one. Then went up back up to $19. But this is the one I bought it here the other day, one of these deals. Let's take a look at it. And mostly I had one was oiled up, so I was checking. It was from the battery, it was not. They actually oil these things inside. They use some kind of clear type of oil to move these things up and down. So this is the one I have here. And sometimes you might get it knocked off your coupons when it's sale. And some sand. This is the one actually I have here. And look how long that is. You guys can see it. So that's what it'll do. Like that's how the connector looks like. So I wish we had a longer connector so we could turn this into something really cool. So it'll be like something like this, or we can use it on a holding hands to hold it. So this thing's pretty neat. It'll work on everything you want. These are the buttons you press here. This is how you turn it on with the press button here and turn it off in a second, like 15 seconds. I don't know what these buttons, they don't usually work. I think those are the zoom indications. But these buttons work to bright and lower settings. That's what you do. And that's what it shows when it runs like this. And it comes with a strap. You don't have to attach anything to it, you just hold it. And that's what it does. That's the one we're using tonight you guys saw in there. So I'll show you where it shows. This is actually someone's reviewing it. So you guys can see what he's talking about. And someone got it during that. But it's a very good microscope. Plus you can go look at the manual. But yeah, it's pretty cool. If you want to look at anything like, if you have an amplifier, stuff like that, or a radio, you want to look at some back connections you have, this thing will be perfect for that. It's very good, but for the price, you can't beat it. And I would recommend try it out and see what you guys think of it. I think Wang Mess should get one of these microscopes, try it out. But it'll come from a warehouse in California, Texas, New Jersey. It's in the United States. It's all It's all stored up for months when they put it in there. So it's pretty cool. But you don't get this tripod thing with this. I wish I had that, but it'd be nice. But this is the kind they put bugs on the screen, but you couldn't do very. You can actually do a lot with radios on it, but it will definitely a little wobble on this. But this is what this thing can do. It is a very cool thing. This is the one we had on the last time we did on the live stream. One of these, and I had it on. I connect this thing, put it on the holding hands to get it close to the radio, and that's how I got this one when it was working. That's when you guys saw when I was doing all that hot air thing with this one here. That's the one I was using. And I'll show you the specs again. It looks like the black one, and either way, they're almost the same. They're not high quality, but they're okay. And this is a because mine was actually an older one that came out several years ago. Instead, mine has a red button on it, and that's what it is. It's really cool. So let's go back to the digital microscope. But yeah, go look at that when you get some time. We'll go look at that. But we're going to do radio of the week. I'm going to show you some more of this thing. So I recommend it's called BEAVERLAB, and that's what they're called. And we're going to show you something like that. But I recommend that's what we're using tonight. And I'm going to show you how it works. So they're looking like they're having like a 90% sale on there. Look, it's usually a $30 device. And this is one of the hottest deals going on right now. There's other stuff out there I've seen. So yeah. Alright, we'll show you the microscope. We're gonna go back in a second, close it out. I know JD did a video tonight, and he did something like that. Okay, let's see. Let's shut this guy out, and we're gonna turn back on the microscope, and we're back on here. So who's out here tonight? What happened to everybody? Everybody got 6 views? Anybody back here? Yeah. IR goggles. So Mark Sanquez, you still here? Let me know if you're still here. So let me show you the microscope, what it can do. It is a very cool device. I'm going to go here to full screen so you guys see it. I'm going to go full screen right now. So 1 second. We're going to go to full screen in a second so you guys can take a look at it. I'm going to show you what this is. This is part of the PC board. I'm going to go far away from it. We can see it far away. Look how we can do it very far away. This is a good 2 feet away. And I know I have the light on. So I'll turn on the light in a sec so you guys see it a little bit. That's pretty good when a microscope can go that far away. Come on, you can't do it the other ones. Let me turn on the light so you guys can see. Okay, let's do that. Hold it up. Look at that, guys. I know it's not good light, but pretty good far away from the microscope. Let's hold it up here. That is awesome. For this microscope, you have to have a lot of light, but you can pull this thing far away. There we go. That's pretty good for far away, almost 2 feet away. Holy crap! It's about that's almost about a foot away, guys. 1 foot away, but it will do all that. If you have some bright lights on this, it'll be amazing. But we can get closer if we want. We can go really close. You guys see how it changes? And the way you gotta hold this thing, you just gotta do it like that, and you can adjust it. Oh my God! Look at that, guys. It is beautiful. That's what I like about this microscope. You can see every component in the world. And we can get very close to these components if we want. If we want to, and just to zoom. I'm holding this at the same time. That's pretty cool for a microscope for the price of that price. But if you had some bright lights on this thing, far away, you'll be able to see every component. This thing will be a perfect soldering tool you can do. That's what I like about this. And believe me, they actually look tiny with the naked eye, but they actually look closer and you see it. That is cool. Let me show you how the board looks like on the back of this. If you guys are gonna do some soldering, that's great. That's what I like about this thing. But we have some lights on it. That'd be awesome. Let's see if we can turn it up. There we go. And we can go closer than one on certain boards. But we can get really close like this. It's not all the way down. It's like that's by like 3 inches away. That's extreme close. Dude, guys. All you just need a lamp over this, you'd be okay, but it'll still do okay. But it's perfect. You can see the solder joints on this board. That's pretty good. I can do sideways. Yeah, that looks okay. This is actually far away. It's pretty good when it's far away, man. Look at that. You just have to get some bright lights on it, it'd be okay. You'd be able to do some great solder joints that way. It's better than with holding the glasses on your head. And you can resolder those if you want. I actually had to desolder those. You guys see what we're gonna see? We're getting closer with the thing. You can tell where I desoldered that. Mostly, not those. Those are actually black. You'll see the difference. It's not black, but you can see it. That's just a channel, guys. You can see the solder joints. You gotta like aim sideways to get those kind of good, perfect remarks, but it'll be okay. So you can actually see all the solder joints. Let's see how close to one of these things we can see. There we go. That is very extreme close. And you can tell what they are. That's how you can inspect solder joints and stuff. You can take a look at what boards look like. That's what this microscope can do. Boy, look at that, guys. That is really extreme close. I'll be right back in a second, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. So, yeah, I went to look on that. So, I had to help my mom a few seconds ago. So, let me go back here a second. I'm going to go back to the big screen. So, who's out there tonight? So, that's pretty cool. I went to look at my Sony TV just now, my dad's TV, the large one in the living room. Man, these things look humongous. You can actually see it. You can see the solder joints on it. This is actually really extreme close. The microscope is just laying on the chip. That's what it is. You can actually see things that close if you want. So who's in the chat right now? I'm checking right now, guys, see who's in here. So yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty cool, but yeah. But that's actually not, I'm not on the back porch of this. It's kind of cold out there right now, but this is one of the, you know, the thing I took that power supply apart, the one, the old 90s one I told you about, and you saw in the video a couple weeks ago, and I was doing the desoldering thing with the heat thing I was doing with the, you guys saw in the video. This is one of the boards, the small boards that connects to it in the power supply. It's the old 90s one I showed you a while back. You guys saw about 4 weeks ago when you saw my little desoldering tool I was doing with that Radio Shack type thing and showing how I was doing with the solder iron with my new solder iron station. This is one of the chips that came out of it. This is one of these large, small boards that connect to the power supply. It's one of these chips that runs the brains of it. But I took all the components out of the other one. You guys, I took all the components out of it, I think it was 3 weeks ago, and and I got almost all the MOSFETs out of it. You guys will see the MOSFETs later tonight. Only going to show you a few of them, not many of them, but I have them all out there. I'm just going to show you a few samples of them. And I think the other day you'll see, I think 3 days ago um, you'll see tonight. This one was covered up with glue. I had to peel it off some of it. I took a sharp vacuum cleaner apart because I wanted to get rid of it. So I actually have a board of it. You guys will see it later tonight. It's got some nice components. I have to peel the more of the glue off it, but you'll see it with the circuit mount and all that stuff. And it's like 2 chips of it. You'll see. So look at that. So that's custom screen printing, and man, that's pretty cool. I actually would look then. Imagine you could look at this on an 85-inch screen. You could see this really cool. This is a called BEAVERLAB. It's not a cheap made one. It's actually pretty good. And they have all kinds of them. Let's go back on the zoom up screen. I just like to go zoom up so you guys can see it. But dang, this looks pretty good. And you can actually check solder joints. That's what I like about it. So that's how you can check a lot of your radios. If they have bad solder joints, you can use something like that. It's got that little black spot on the screen, but I ain't going to worry about that. The other microscope doesn't have that. That could be just a piece of dirt, but it'll be okay. It ain't going to affect it that much. But you can actually take a picture of that thing if you want. Maybe we'll do a picture of a show, something like that. But this would make great thumbnails and stuff like on YouTube. But these are actually the ones with the chips that connect to the board. So the solder joints looks pretty good. That's just a piece here you guys see. Let's see if we can show you some little components here. You guys can see that. That is actually really extreme close. Extreme right on it. And you can see what the boards look like. See how close you can get up to it, really right pressed on it. And it's not affecting the light. It comes in that little cone shape. You can actually look at chips that close. Look at the components. You guys can see really close. I thought it was just a very good quality microscope. And it's not bad for the price that I paid for. And it actually shows a 103 KC5. So yeah. And it's under that plastic ring. This is like what this thing is. It came with my old microscope. You can see that came with my old microscope. This little thing is a calibration tool thing. It gives you an idea. You can line it up either way. Everything comes with that, but that was like with my old combination tool that came with my old microscope, and that's what it is. But this thing can draw things, and I'll show you in a second. On the screen, you can do something like this on this program software. But now we can take a look at component boards. There we go. Let me go show you how you can draw this on the screen if you guys take a look. You can put a text in it. I never knew about that. Let's put, alright. What does it do? I didn't do anything. Huh. Maybe that's, then this is actually, that's calibration. I ain't gonna mess with all this stuff. We can actually do angle like this. And you could do like that. I just clear that out. You could actually clear that off if you want. You could also do a pencil to circle certain things like this. That's what I like about this thing. And you could do like things like that. Or you can circle things like this. That's what you can do on this little software on the PC. It's pretty amazing. But I worry you guys should try to get one of these things. But now we'll just clear out the delete last and clear them out. It's like a little drawing board. And you could do things like this. That's pretty cool. Yep. That's it. Try it out. What's this one? That's like you can get an idea. You can do this like, I'm surprised people don't do this on CB shops all over the United States. And you can get an idea about components, but it's a good microscope. But for the price, you can't beat it. This is another one you could try. This auto joint looks pretty good. You can tell by looking at it on different sides. I'll show you in a second. And I tried it out last night. I told you I have some. What is this thing? I think that's the link. Looks like something like a measurement. And this is a line you can draw this way. You can make it into like an arrow thing like this. Give people an idea to look at. And draw like this with a pencil. That's one way to do it. And perfect. That's an idea you could try. But I think Wagmaster, you give it a try. Let's go look at the... I'm going to try some more options. We can record it. We could take a picture of it. And let's take a picture of something. We'll do it in a second. You could actually go to ratio 100%. I'll leave it default, so we'll go back in a second. See what it does. Look at this, guys. Holy crap. See how far you can get up to it? It means we can pull this microscope far away from it and do something like this and rezoom it. I didn't know this program could do things like that, but it shows in black. And let's see what we can do with that. Yeah, let's try to get this back on position. I'm going to go back to 100%, but it gives you an idea. You can look at trace boards that close. Look at that. There we go. Look at that green effect. Let's put this back in position and go back to 100%. See how we can do with things like that? You can look at boards like that. I'm playing with the little magnifying glass. So the ratio is 100%. There we go. We can go to 75%. We can go like that. Oh, you can do a lot of great things. Look at that. That's amazing. So that's pretty cool. That's where you can do things like that. You can play with all kinds of... What's sharpness? Let's see how we can get it sharp. and it doesn't do anything. Contrast, let's see what it does. Nothing. That's the one you use on that microscope thing. That's how it works. So it does great things. Let's get this go back to some point. Then we can go look at solder joints all day. I'm going to clear that thing out. Oh look, it goes back to position. Look at this. Let's see. I didn't see that thing. Huh. Okay, there we go. And we'll see if we can how we can get to see up the solder joint. That's what I'm trying to do. Boy, that thing's pretty far away. You can see it up that close. Let's try something here. I'm playing with the zoom, holding it, and you need a lot of patience with that. That's pretty cool, guys. Wish we can get a picture of this. Get really close to that, but well, look how much solder they put on that side, but there's a lot of mess in that. That's just the circles they have. It's like a bunch of little volcano things. I'm just zooming around playing with the zoom so you guys can see when I'm messing around it. I'm going to show you the guys of the chips that way to get up to one of these boards here. One of these weird ones. Let me get a zoom on it right now. That zoom thing could zoom the thing back if it was up close. You guys saw how we play with the angles. So you can just grab it, pull it back. A lot of bright lights when you get these signed up, but if you have a lot of good bright lights, you can actually do this, no problem. But when you see it up close, it changes different colors. Okay, let's get us a shot of something we can look at a component. Perfect. Let's get a sharp. There we go. Get a shot. We're actually really extreme close to it. You guys can see that thing inside. That's really cool. It takes a lot of patience to grab this thing. Gotta do that. Didn't know microscopes get that close. You can see that really good. You can actually see the component, what it looks like in there. Look at that, guys. Let's see if we can take a picture of the button. Wish there was a photo button to take it. Let's see. Any press the button takes a click. So we can try something. Hard to hold like that. Got it. It's all like, oh, that was amazing. I'm gonna look at this guy. Yeah, 0.47 volts, U appearance. You can see that? Yeah, you can see it. Capacitor. As I'm shaking on the screen, it's kind of holding when I'm studying. This thing can do a lot of amazing stuff you get to study. There we go. Capacitor looks good. 50 volts, 0.47 U appearance. That's a keeper. Now we can see all the components you want in your radios. Gold, orange, black, silver, brown. So those are the chips you guys saw today. A lot of components. That was weird. Pretty cool. Show us some really close-up ones we have here today. Other ones we'll have. Look, it's made in Mexico. You see that, guys? That's from 2015, it looks like. What is this one called? Do it far away so you guys can see it. That's from an old 90s computer. Let's take a look at these components. Things look good, guys. So this component's made from Mexico. It's a MOSFET. And we got the next one here. Let's take a look at the next one. I took this one last night, guys. You see it? So who's in the chat right now? Let's put it on a component we'd be so close to. Yeah, you guys see this one? This is what I was talking about. Let's put this right now. There we go. I'm holding it with another microscope. So you guys still in the chat? Let me see who's in here right now. All right, have a good night out there, custom screening. So I guess you have to go to bed. So who's in the chat still? So we're showing another chip right now. So anyone in here still? Let me know. Give me a shout back if anyone's still here. I might be going to bed soon after this. So yeah, not yet. I'm going to show you everything. This is the component. Well, right now we're looking at this here. I had laid it on here for a second. I've been holding that thing for a while. So what we're looking at here is the this is when I took the chip part out of the vacuum cleaner the other day, 3 days ago. It's a Shark vacuum cleaner from 2015, I think it is, or something like that. And it's got a lot of components. You guys saw it just a second ago what it looks like. It's got all that glue in there. This is on the back side of the board. You guys see up close. So man, it'd be great. You could use some great thumbnails on this thing. I'll be right back and be right back in a second. I'm gonna continue the stream. What I might do is see radio of the week tonight, so you guys be able to see that. I'll be right back in a minute. I'll be right back in a couple of minutes. So we're gonna continue this microscope for these two chips we're gonna be looking at. Then we'll do C radio of the week tonight. So I know you guys missed out a lot of great on eBay tonight, but who knows? We got 13 views out here tonight. So I'll back off for a few minutes, and I'll be right back in a minute. So we're back right now. So you guys still here? 13 views. I know everybody went to bed, so we're showing off the Beaver Lab microscope. It's called the Beaver Lab. Its actual model is M1. It could be the Darren one. You guys see it? It'll come in like a box, and it'll come with a short cord. But you can actually get a longer cord for it. But it uses like a Samsung Galaxy type cord. That's what it uses. And it's a very good one. It's actually called the M1. It's also called the Darren M1 too. It could be a lot of things. It's got 700 mAh in it too. That's what it does. So temperature can handle, working temperature can have 10 Celsius, minus 10 Celsius, minus 45. It can handle up to minus 10 Celsius and minus 45 Celsius. I don't know what that is. So it works with Android, iPhone, tablet, and a Windows PC. It can do a lot more. And it weighs about 100 grams. So it does pretty good. It's pretty nice. But believe me, I think you guys should get one of these things. But at least I got two of these microscopes now. One had a defective one, but how I told you what happened just the other day. When I turned it on and it fell over on the desk and the camera came back on. But it will work. If you can even use this on your mobile phone. That's what I like about this. You can actually do that and take pictures at the same time and video record. But you won't hear your voice on the microscope. It does not have microphone recording in the microscope. So I want to let you guys know about that. So the only thing we got microphone recording because we're doing a live stream. Because I want to give you guys a hint on that. So if you're going to record a microscope, you're not going to have any microphone recordings. So I'm gonna let you guys know about that. So is this stream still going? Let me know. This connection looks like it's out dropping frames. So it could be a lot of stuff. So I hope it's still not buffering. Okay, it's still going. Okay, that's good. So we'll show you the thing. I'm gonna grab it around. Let me go over here a second. Look over here back. This is the BEAVERLAB's microscope software for Windows you can get. And you can look at this, but don't get this thing. But I had one. I got one today. It was all oiled up because they actually put oil in this thing to make it good, like this clear gel oil. I had to wipe it out, the outside of it. Sometimes they'll do that. So we're looking at the back side of this thing because I'm holding this at the same time. So we're looking at this is the back side of the board of the Shark vacuum cleaner I got off the other day. Very small component, but you can see the circuit components. We'll see when you look up really close to it. These are easy to desolder if you want. Let's see how it does when it does far away. Oh yeah, you can do it far away pretty easily. This is about a foot, about 1 feet. So I like it when it's like 1 foot away from the thing, but you could put a lot of bright lights on it if you want to put some headlamps over it, and you'll still do okay with this far away. And it's better than looking up really close. Yeah, you could do this with it far away at 1 feet, and have your heat gun to do it at the same time down here, and it'll work like this with your solder iron. Depend on this is the heat gun or solder iron, it'll still okay. You just got to get a headlamp, but this is pretty good quality when it does that. So yeah, as long as you can see that and doing it at the same time like that, that is great. It'll work like this at least a foot away. But if you have a lot of bright lights in your room, this will light it up better. But when it gets closer with this thing lights up, you can see it a little better quality. You can see it. That's a surface mounts. I'll show you one of these surface mounts up close. And we're going to do the other ones too, so we can get up close to it. We're getting close to one. And you can see that glue in it. Cool. That's a surface mount. You guys know what these are. Those are your miniature capacitors. This is how you can check for chips and stuff. There we go. You can see it looks like that. That's really cool about that. It's still got glue on this thing. That's how you guys can check for bad components. That's all I got. Look at horror. I can't tell the number on this one. But you can still use your head scope thing to look at those things. Look at all that glue on this thing. I'll have to peel all this stuff out. Yeah, pretty good. Let's see what we're looking at here. That's another surface mount component. And you can tell that solder joint's pretty good. Good on the joint. Good on that. Oh, component that. Another surface mount thing. That's just stuck in that glue, you guys see that. I'll have to get it out there soon. So, I'll show you on the front side of the chip. It's got wires to it. I don't know if you guys can see wires. Look at that. You can see the wires that build up extreme close. Cool. And let's actually unzip this. So we're about at least an inch away from this. So you can actually do things like that. We move it back far away. This is about at least about 12 inches right here. Almost 6-7 inches. So you can still put solder irons under that and still do all that. It's pretty good. Let's see what color those are. Let me give this a little brightness down. There we go, we gotta bright this. There we go, we can see it. Really good at angle it. Still got that glue in it. Looks like red, brown, black, gold, something. These look like capacitors right there, guys. You can see them. Let's give us an idea what the capacitors are. Can't see with all that glue, guys. You can see that. Pull it back. There we go. See, this looks like a blue or a black in the middle. Looks like a blue to me, or a black. Oh, we'll get around there and see what the other side of the component looks like. There we go. That's going to give us an idea what it is. Just like you can get in those hard places, but we're not even up close to it. We're about 4 inches away from it. Yeah. It's about at least 6 inches. We're about 6 inches from it. About 7 inches, that's how far it looks like. That's what I like about this microscope. So it's a 100 UFarads, 16 volts. Let's see what happens if we pull it back a foot away. You can still see it far away. That's awesome. We can go look at that microchip, see what it's about. And here's our big component. Yeah, I was right. It was a little blue. We're going to look at this guy here. Looks like blue or something. It's all that glue. And these are other surface components you guys can see. It's like 471. I don't know what this chip is. It's hard to tell. I'm going to get up to this chip, see what it is. There we go. Close to this chip so we can read it. There we go. This thing's got some code. We're actually extreme close to the chip. I'm going to read it on the screen so you guys can take a look. I'm going to turn it around. So make sure you guys write that down, see what it is. See, it does really good when the chip's up close. MC Victor 1-4 Alpha. I think it's an H. Could be SL 20408K. There's something on the other end. Let's give us a little writing this down. That's this chip, so we got that back up. What's this capacitor here? We can see. That's the surface mount, okay. What's this guy here? Oh, got that thing out of the way. Before it gets in the way. Sorry about that, folks. That's a component we're going to look at right there. It's hard to tell what it is. It's actually covering all that glue in there. We'll have to peel more of the stuff off. Let's actually see what this thing is. I'll be pulling it back. It's like 250 volts. Yeah, that's really good, guys. Let's take a look at that chip again. There we go. Like MSL. Keep it steady. That's why I'm shaking too much. Steady. Hey guys, sounding good. So, hope you guys did enjoy the microscope. Oh, we got some other components on the other side. Here, see that. Small microscope thing. That let's check this little small one. Now we have a tiny one. It's gonna have LED lights on it. Let's see if that shows you in the surface mount. Let's see if we can try to flip this horizontal and get it going. Try something in a second. Flip it horizontal. There we go, flip it vertical. There we go. These. Hey, hey, that was great, cool. That was awesome. That was a little back in the microscope. Let's take a look at the components on the back of this thing. Let's see, good. Nice, well, there we go. Let's do this really extreme close. This is what Microsoft can do a lot of things. Let's go look. Okay, guys, we did good on the scope today. You guys saw that? We're checking that switch. It looks beautiful. It's good shape. Man, that was kind of a little shaky on that thing. You guys saw that? You guys still here? Let's readjust this back. There you go. Look at that. You would never get a shot like that. That's awesome. Beautiful shot. Hey, who's out there tonight? So, all right. So we're going to be doing C radio of the week. I'm going to start on that in a minute. And let's go to that. Turn the solder thing off. We're featuring that thing today. And it was actually the microscope we were looking at earlier today. I'm going to shut this guy off. And I'm going to go look at our eBay of the week. And before we start on that, we're going to shut the stream off in about 20 minutes, but so the time is 12:41. We'll probably get out of here soon. So eBay the rate of the week. So are we still on that? So looking good, looking good. Okay, let's take a look. So today is October 8/28, and yesterday was the 27th. Let's take a look. eBay the rate of the week will be a lot of stations today. So we're looking at here on October 28th, and these were listed. So we got the President of Washington up there on the list right now. And we're just going to go through quick things tonight. There's an Atom still for sale for $119. We got a TRC 449 in the house in there, $80. If you guys have 80 bucks, go for it. Hey, we got a Cobra. July scale Cobra 139 X2R. That is a good deal. It has free band channels in it. So yeah, looking good. Let's actually see how much these microscopes go for on eBay tonight. Now look at that, a Cobra 2000 detailed. Someone's gonna get a nice deal on this one. It's this is eBay the rate of the week because the price is so cheap. It's got a bunch of switches, but if you're gonna get in the deal, $99 is gonna end. Coming from Garfield, New Jersey, yeah, and $22 shipping. But looks like it's been hacked up and stuff. We don't want things like that, but someone's gonna get a nice radio for sure. So, there's one called Sundrop Kit. I've seen them. There's one going for $2. That's the cheapest rate I've seen on the eBay tonight. I don't know if that a Texas Ranger for that price in 4 days. I bet nobody's gonna get something that cheap. Man, there's a lot of deals. Wait till Christmas time kicks around the corner. You guys are gonna see a lot of deals. But people are gonna start buying them up real fast. So yeah, look at that. So we're gonna go here through quick. And Cobra 139 GTL, looking good. We'll do some more eBay the radio of the week when we get some time. I'm just kind of tired. Just want to go right through tonight. We're doing the microscope, the BEAVERLAB. We'll type it and look it up, see how much it's going for on eBay. This is one of the best deals right now for an export radio. Look what they said. You can mark down 15% off coupon. If that's true, let us know. If you got one of these radios, bought it from the price he's selling it for. Good tonight. Oh yeah. So I'm kind of tired right now, but looking at there's a C-rate a lot of that and a lot of great things. But let's go talk about some channels before we get out of here tonight. Let's see who's selling tube radios this hour. So it looks like a carrier type Royal 23 channel. And there's some more right here. So that'd be quite cool. Cool as that. I actually have one of those radios. See this one? But I'll show you the one. I think that looks almost just like mine. I think it's the 520 or 720. Mine has more like this. Mine doesn't have this. It doesn't. So I'm sorry about getting interrupted by a dog. So this is the one I actually have something like this. Mine doesn't have this. Mine's actually a wired microphone. This looks like a 3-pin mic. Look at that. And mine doesn't have this. It has more like this and more like that. So the push switch is usually right here. And this is actually turned on. But I actually have one of these, except it doesn't have this part. It has this part mostly. It's mostly wired in, but you've seen the videos a while back. Let's take a look at the parts of the list. Yeah, there's some parts I need in that. So the transport looks almost the same component parts as the other one I have. So we're back, guys. Okay. So this is the Inco. It looks almost the same components as my other one. They're very kind of similar. I bet it could be re-upgraded the same way, but you guys see that? Components look almost quite the same. The tubes are almost the same, but except it didn't have that. It has more like that, same transformer as mine. So almost quite the same, guys. Yep. So that's another tube radios I have, but there's a lot of tube radios for sale here tonight on October 28, 2025, and we're doing October 27, 2025 out here. We just hit the midnight hour for the last 48 minutes. There's a Cobra Cam 88 still for sale for $75. And a lot of deals out here on eBay, the radio of the week. This is tube radio of the week. And look at all that. What did they do to this poor guy? Look at this one. This is a modified one. Look at this one, the Inco 772. This is a 1950s radio. Someone actually modified this one. And someone threw a channel crystal in it. Look at this. It's going for $199, $15 shipping. San Jose, California. I think this is in UDX 357's territory. So it is a Look what we're looking at here. It's a 23 channel system. Too bad it wasn't a 40 channel. And it's got a 4-pin mic. That's nice. You guys better pick this one up. And you might get this on OTR, but someone's got a very rare one. This one's a 23 channel with a switch. Wait a minute. It's not a 23 channel. This is a 40 channel modified one. Look at that, guys. It could be a Betacom. And it's got switches in the back. Does this thing operate on sideband and AM? Look, guys, it's not a 23 channel. This is a 40 channel Inco 772 from the 50s. Someone actually did some modifications. And they put something in the back of it. Look at that, guys. This is 2 radio of the week if you get this one working. Someone needs to keep it on this thing. If the price goes down, you better snatch this baby up. And it's a modified one, a modified Inco. I don't know, it could be single sideband. This one looks like it turns on and off, but what is these switches for? Let us know what these are, folks. It's in great shape, but it's a 40 channel Inco. So it could be for AM or single sideband, but it's mostly AM, looks like. These could be the single sideband switches, but where's the clarifier on this thing? Probably not. So this is a 40 channel modified old 1950s radio instead of a 23 channel. Someone actually modified this one too, for sure. So what does it say on the description out below? Oh, it doesn't say anything. So make sure you guys check that eBay out and maybe get some questions on this guy we selling. It's at a value recycle center, but someone actually modified this thing for a 40 channel back in the day. An Inco 772K 40 channel modified radio with a Sears microphone. But it's a 4-pin radio. Look at that, guys. Very rare. But someone should snatch this one up when the price goes down. And get it on O2 Radio Network. Still the same options to that one. Oh yeah, it's the cheapest. $59 for a Johnson Messenger 2 or 1. That is the cheapest deal of the week. Look at that, guys. Almost $60 brand new. So what's wrong with this one? Doesn't look like anything missing. Look at that, guys. 60 bucks is not bad for that deal. Look at that. If it works, you got yourself a deal. Probably needs cleaning. Boy, if someone snatches up right now, they might be looking on the air. It's got an original microphone with it too. So who's selling for $60? Man. Crystals are all there. That's good. I feel like a lot of components are there, but why is this guy dropped to $60? I don't know, but everything looks in pretty good, decent shape. We don't know if this radio works or not, but yep, it probably will work. So let's go take a look what the description is. He's out of Plainsville, Ohio. So it's free delivery, guys. Free shipping on this. $59.49. That's not bad. If I got this thing for $20, that would have been an awesome deal. Yeah. So that's like the cheapest I've seen. It's already got the microphone wired in it. Can't tell it's wired in it. It's like, yep. That looks like the microphone's wired right there. There's some kind of jumper cable. But is it ready to plug in or not? So it doesn't come with a plug. It's something plugs down here, guys. So it doesn't look like it comes with a plug. It comes with a microphone. And that's it. And that's the bad point because it doesn't come with a plug. But if you had a plug for it, you'd be able to get this thing working in no time. Okay. So let's check any more out here tonight. So that's eBay of the week and stuff like that. We'll do more of it later on, but I just want to see how we get out here tonight. We haven't done a live stream for a while. Let's go look up the M1 microscope. See how much you're going for a eBay, man. Land. Go. Alright. There's a lot of microscopes for sale. That looks almost like that one right there. $36 to this guy. $28 is the price. I don't have this thing, but we have this here. So what does it come with? So yeah, for $20 is not bad on eBay. And that's what we're using tonight. So it looks like a lot of stuff here for that. $60 of this one. But I got a very good deal on that one. I got $54 of that one for the lowest price. That's the pros that does that. Look at that price. They could do that's probably using medical labs and stuff. So that's pretty cool. So we get yeah, they're going for that price. So I'm gonna jump out of here guys in a minute. So let's go look at YouTube tonight. And what we're doing today, before we get out of here tonight, we still got the microscope shut off tonight, so it's good. I'll be shutting this baby off soon. So we're good. So looking at who's out there tonight. So go check out Rooster's channel tonight. Rooster Serial Connection. He's got a video going on right now. We're not playing it. He did a video during this week. He's talking about the strikers about 9 hours ago. He's doing that. I haven't seen that video. I'll look at it later. So check out Rooster Serial Connection out of East Tennessee. This is his flea-based store. And his website here, you go check out roostercb.com. He's selling a lot of radios here. And if you got questions, ask him. Tell him the Foxman sent you all the way from Tennessee tonight. Pretty good. So we're going to jump back. And he's about 60 miles away from me. So I ain't going to look at that. We'll see if we can get over to something over here. Oh crap, don't look at that. Over here, let's go over here on 21.c. Alright, this is Old Radio Night, so you guys gotta check him out tonight. I missed his show tonight, but I saw him on there today. He was doing something tonight. He was doing the Polytronics, the Polycom 23 as the two radios he's doing. I heard about the Polycom a while back, and he did one a few nights ago from OTR on the Saturn Galaxy M4. So yeah, it's pretty good. So check out 21.c out of Charleston, South Carolina. Make sure you get a shout out to him. If you want to email something to him, if you got questions about radios and stuff, he'll get it going. Maybe he'll get you to reach out there. And if you have questions about radios, ask about that on the comments on YouTube. And if you got any questions about C radios, check him out. Old Radio Night. He's out of Charleston, South Carolina. His name is Dirty Diaper 21 in South Carolina. He goes by UDX 21 in Charleston, South Carolina. Tell him UDX 362 sent you all the way from Knoxville, Tennessee, the Fox Man. And he's got a great channel. Look at all this stuff here tonight. So who's out there tonight? And I'm going to wave it to you. We're doing something tonight. The the Beaver Labs microscope. That's what we're doing today, and you guys saw it on video. And we're going to go look at the descriptions down below. I hope we can get to it down here. Here we go. And let's give us a little link here. So these are the channels you guys should check out. And someone came here tonight. Custom Screen Printing came out here tonight. This is the guy who was in the chat room. He had went to bed a couple hours ago. So go check out his channel tonight. He sells a lot of t-shirts from different for C radio clubs. He does a lot of t-shirt projects. He does C radios. Check him out. We see him on lots of times on YouTube, on Radio Night a few times. He's made shirts for other people out there. This is some of his short videos. Check out Custom Screen Printing on YouTube tonight. And tell him Foxman sent you over there today. So check it out when you do it. And he'll let you know. And he put some kind of post in the community forum. He's talking about my live stream here. So he got that advertised tonight. So I don't know what's the comments of. So he sent that out there about the microphone thing, microscope. So he sent that out about me, and he's got other ones out there he's talking about. So that's what he usually does. So thanks for Custom Screen Printing, putting that out there tonight for me. Some of your subscribers will check out that later. So check out Custom Screen Printing on YouTube. He goes by name Wayne. And I'm going to go back to see what we can do. I've seen him. That's the one out of Louisiana I think I've seen a while back. I think he was talking about the one he got his apple tree got slammed in the window a few years ago. He was telling me all that. Happened to Hurricane Andrew. Happened a long time ago. So also, before we do that, check out OTR. It'll be coming on Saturday. Also, before we do Radio Night, I want you guys to check out Radio Night this Saturday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. 21.C. Tell him, give him a shout out. And he's got all kinds of radios on different live streams tonight. And he did one on the Polycom Lab, Polycom 23, a tube radio parts he's doing. He's repairing a radio. And he's got the Galaxy Saturn he did last week. And if you get in that 21 shout out, when you see that one that spins, says quick to spin. If you subscribe to his channel, hit there, subscribe, hit a like, and say hi to him in the chat room. He'll give you a blue wrench. Then you'll get into the 21 shout out wheel. And when you draw on the last part of the color of the list, when the spinning wheel lands on the last color, you win the stickers for him. And they'll send them by your mail and all that stuff. And you can feature on your channel and stuff like that, or you the winner. And it's pretty cool. So check out 21.C out of Charleston, South Carolina on a show called Over the Night. He goes to UDX 21, South Carolina. Oh yeah. And he'll appreciate to keep the light on for you. So check him out. And he's got a lot of great C radios from the 1950s to the 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s and lots more. Keep it on that dial. Oh, Radio Night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And he'll make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit a like. Tell him Foxman sent you there. Give him a hi. He'll give you a glue wrench, and you'll be in the 21 shout out wheel. And shout out to the Uncle Freddy Chicken Choker out there too. He comes out there once in a while on that channel, and he does CD radios and other different radios, and old school ones and new school ones too. Yeah. So then, after that point, when you get done with Old Radio Night, when it hits around that 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time hour, in the midnight hour before that happens, alright, these are the other channels we're going to be talking about here tonight. All these little few things. Because I'm going to be getting on out of here because the 103, I don't want to make it too long and go to sleep. We were trying out that microscope tonight where we're just showing you. So don't forget to check out Dennis's channel this Saturday. Oh, 2 Radio Network. And this is a beautiful radio. When you see this on the Old Radio Network, he's out of Fresno, California. He's in the DX land. He's got the pumpkin mash dash the nation. He's got that pumpkin in the background that talks every time. You should see that during the Halloween this weekend. He'll bring that pumpkin out. It does talk, and he does tube C radios. And he had that beautiful radio. I'll show you in a second. I was like, that's really good. I'll show you the old school kind. This was a rare radio from the 1950s. And that was like a beautiful radio. I think we have, there it is. This one that has future before, that's the Helicopters. I think CB1, but that is a very rare radio. And I'll tell you what they mean by the green eye tube on the old 2 radio network on Bozo Control. This is what it is when I'm pointing at. See that green eye tube? It is a tube inside. When it talks, it moves. It moves around like that. This is they call it the green eye tubes, and they're very, very rare in this world. If you have a green eye tube C radio or any green eye tube, do not throw it away. They're very kind of rare. It's, you know why it's called a green eye tube? It's got the eye in the middle. It's got the color of a green eye, and that's what it is. And they were common back in the 1950s and 60s and 70s. And they were in some radios like the Robin 123B, the Robin 123 first one, the first version, not in the second version, not the third version. It was actually in some few radios. It was also in the Robin 123, that's what it is, and other radios too, like the General Radio Telephone, I think they're the ones. Instead, the green eye tube usually looks like something on the side thing, but these are kind of rare in this world. And this was a great show last week, but we had that crazy that jammer that talked on the show, and you guys need to do your thing. You guys know what I'm talking about. So if you guys in Fresno, California, you need to go out there, do the hunt on the hunt, and find that jammer you want to see. The one who's doing all this kind of crap to Dennis's show. And I'm telling you, I feel sorry. The guy was trying to do a show because everybody's doing their tube radio check-ins and telling them and he's doing the call nets on there. And people don't mind, and he's on channel 1127.085. So, Mr. 11 guy, if you hear me out there, if you hear that dude out there doing that in California to mess with Dennis' show, give him a little 11 shout out to him. But I don't know. But this guy needs to, but I'm telling you all that. But the 11 guy probably sees the show. I don't know. Maybe he probably does not. But we got and probably other people watch the show. But if he comes back on this week's of Halloween's and tries to mess up Dennis's Halloween show, you better not do that. You guys, what you gotta do, maybe some kids go knock on his door for trick or treat. That would be so funny. I have an idea. So it's cool. So if you guys do fox hunt him and do the hunt and the hunt, if you find his location, make sure you do it on video on YouTube, okay? So the ones who reckon Dennis's show, then everybody will laugh about it. So yeah, but you guys know it. And he comes on there once in a while because you guys know. So for you guys who are trying to help Dennis out there for his show, he puts a lot of work in this, okay? And he sets up his computer for like 2 hours and he gets on the net. The man has been doing this since 1986. And if you have a tube radio, you can get a check in on the show if you want to talk to him. Especially anyone out there. But you guys know that. But let's hope the Halloween show does good this week. And I don't know, maybe I'll do a Halloween live stream the next day. I don't know. But I don't say, what day is Halloween on? Is it on a Monday? Is it something like that? If it's on something like that, it'd be quite good. We'll have to check on that day. So Halloween be in about the 29th will be tomorrow on a Wednesday, and 29th will be on a Thursday. 30th will be on a Friday. So Saturday night will be Halloween night. So I wanted to do a Halloween show, but I haven't done one for a while. I haven't done a Halloween on a live stream because I don't have the Halloween gear except purple lights. Because I don't have any Halloween stuff for my show, so I wish I had that. But yeah, but maybe we'll do something for Thanksgiving, November, and Christmas. Who knows? But Halloween show will be good. But it's been kind of nasty weather for the last today. But yesterday was pretty nice. But I was busy doing a lot of burn pile stuff. to help my mother and stuff. I had got almost all the cans up yesterday, the other day. So I have a whole full bag of this stuff. You guys will see that later in the next video, stuff like that. Maybe by that week, we'll be doing the greenhouse on Halloween Day. Who knows? And because, yeah, it's going to be raining for the whole day. Maybe it's drying out right now. So, yeah, this is called the Old 2 Radio Network Bozo Control. So this is two receive radios from the 1950s to the 60s. You got your Robin 123Bs, your Robin 123s, and you got your Johnson Messengers 1 and 2s. You got the GM Electronics, the General Radio Telephones, the Brown and Golden Eagles, the Mark 4s and the Mark 5, the Mark 2s and the Mark 4. I think the Mark 4 and stuff like that. And you got your Comsat Lafayette 35s and Comsat Lafayette 25s and Cobra Cam 88s and stuff like that. And also, I think it's called oldtuberadio.net. That's the channel he's on. So go check that out. Bozo Control, the Old Tube Radio Network on 27.085 channel 11. Keep it on that dial. He's in Fresno, California. And give him a subscribe, give him a like, tell him you're doing awesome on the show. If you have a tube radio, you could check in. That is a Browning Golden Eagle right there. You see right there, he's dancing on the stream. That's one of those. And he's got a lot of things you can see. He does the DX map reports of skip lands on 11 meters. And sometimes in his bonus show, we'll show some part of ham radio on what's going on 40 meters at the end of the show for a few minutes, and he goes sign off. So these guys get checking their tube radios, and you got the World Radio Labs, the Hustler, and you got some other ones like the Spitfire, the Metro Tech, the Cobra Cam 88, and lots more. And the Demico satellites, yep. And you got this guy named Harvey does repair tube C radios for real on the air when he's on the live stream when he talks to Dennis on the live stream. So if you have a tube radio, if you want to get it repaired, get a hold of Dennis on the Old Tube Radio Network and stay in the chat. He'll give you his telephone number and for Harvey, and get your tube radio sent on the way to get it fixed. Wish I could fix mine, but it needs some caps, you guys know. I wish I had some Robin 123 caps. 123B, that's what it is. And that'd be good. So make sure you check out the Old Tube Radio Network this Saturday, and you'll have a Halloween show starting for sure. You'll be able to be in the Pumpkin Monster Bash. You'll be able to hear the Pumpkin Monster Bash on Old Tube Radio Network this weekend. I know he does it every Halloween every year, because I remember last year seeing it, and 2 years before, yes. So you probably will do the Halloween Monster Bash on Halloween night for the Jingle Singers. He has the Jingle Singers in the show, and you'll be in the green room to hear it live on 27.085 on channel 11 and on the Old 2 Radio Network or old2radio.net. So check that channel out. So make sure you keep that dial. Dennis will start doing some pumpkins and dunkins and stuff like that. And he'll be giving lots of candy out there for the trick-or-treaters on the Old 2 Radio Network. So you got to keep it on the dial. It starts at 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. 9 o'clock for the Mountain Standard Time for the Arizona people that live in Arizona. The people that live in Utah, in Denver, Colorado, and Alberta, Canada. Yes, it is. The Mountain Standard Daylight Time, yes. Sorry about that. Arizona's on Pacific Daylight Time. So that's what I'm saying. So just got to make sure you do that. And that will release 10 o'clock for Central Daylight Time people for the Old 2 Radio Network. That's when it starts on this live stream. And those are the people for Chicagoland and New Orleans land in those areas. Anything west of Tallahassee, Florida. If anybody's like west of Mexico Beach, Florida, that is when the Central Time Zone starts. So that's when the time will be, at least 10 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time for people that live in Nashville, Tennessee, and people that live in the Central Time Zone that goes all the way down, split in between the line between Panama and Costa Rica. I think it's in that area. and maybe that's around that time zone, who knows. And for the Eastern time zone folks, for like me, Knoxville, Tennessee goes all the way to New York, down to Miami, and all the way down to in the Western Caribbean islands. Who knows? That'll be at least 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for the old 2 radio network. And the people that live in the Atlantic time zone, that will be on Sunday for midnight, 12 o'clock, midnight hour for people that live in Puerto Rico and all the way down to east of Brazil. And that will be saying that will be your best bet. And most of the people who live in the Eskimo land up in Alaska, Hawaii time will be at least 7 o'clock p.m. Hawaiian and Alaska time for the Eskimos that live in Alaska in the Arctic. And the people that live down in Hawaiian Islands are the Hulu girls and the Hulu boys. So aloha to them out there. She'll check out the old 2 Radio Network, 7 o'clock p.m. Saturday nights. So for us, it'll be 11 o'clock p.m. for Saturday nights. Keep it on that dial. Dennis Thompson will tell you out there on the airwaves, to Bozo Control. Over, and we're ready to go on the old 2 Radio Network. Oh yeah, and keep them tubes radio warm for during Christmas and during the Thanksgiving holidays and New Year's. So make sure you bring out your pumpkins this weekend for the old 2 Radio Network. Give them a pumpkin wave to Dennis out there this Saturday for a Halloween special show. This is UDX 362 from Foxman 362 over Knoxville, Tennessee. Check out the old 2 Radio Network. These are Tube C radios on the air, and it's on channel 11, 27.085 AM on the megahertz dial. So if anyone's got a tube radio out here in the United States or anywhere in the world, if you want to get it checked in on the old 2 Radio Network, if you do get a hold of Dennis on the C radio, you can check in, or you can have Dennis get you check on YouTube to see the tube radio with people that showed it. So check out the old 2 Radio Network, 27.085, channel 11, on 11 meters only. And this weekend, don't forget to check out the Halloween show on OTR. So the old 2 Radio Network in Fresno, California, the Golden Gate State. Oh yeah. And he's in Fresno, California. He'll make sure to keep you on the dial. And make sure you say hi to him. On the Foxman told you out there, so from UDX 362 over Knoxville, Tennessee, we're getting the Fox down on the roundup this midnight hour, the 1 o'clock a.m. hour. So check out the old 2 Radio Network, 27.085, channel 11, and we'll see you there. And it's always like that every Saturday live stream that weekend. The SWLs get checked in first, then the tube radios come out a little bit last, and you'll be able to see the cool radios. You'll be able to hear these things, what they sound like on the air. Make sure you get some pair of headphones. You'll hear the tube radios much better on the headphones, and you'll know. Check out the old 2 Radio Network, 27.085, channel 11. Keep it on that dial. So, Bozo controls the YouTube channel. So let's go back here for a second. We're going to be getting out of here real soon. We're about 2 hours and 35 minutes in the live stream. So if anybody's out there tonight, we'll go check their chats in a couple minutes soon. And I'm going back to all that. And I'm going to go down here for the people down here tonight. And also, don't forget to check out Motor Junkies channel. Check out Popcorn 9113 tonight. And we're going to jump over to Wagon Master in a few minutes. Alright. And if you guys want to go check out Wagon Master's channel, he's part of the United Delta X-Ray. I'm in the club too. He goes to UDX 390. Make sure you check that out. And these are other radios he does. And this is a clock he did. He did this radio. And he did one during this week. There was a radio he's selling right now. I think we have it on the live stream. He's actually doing other live streams here. Check them all out. Check these live streams out. Look at these videos he does. We're part of a club called United Delta X-Ray. Old Murphy, yeah. Oh yeah. He's in the Salt Lake City Valley up in Salt Lake City, Utah. So if you want a UDX number, check out go to 390 Wagmaster during Thursday's live streams. He's out there in the even hours. He's in Salt Lake City, Utah, and that's what I'm saying. If you want to donate things to his channel, C radios and other stuff like that, QSL cards, you name it, and make sure you do that. And make sure you send to the snail mail address. Link it out to 390 Wagmaster, P.O. Box 9223, Salt Lake City, Utah 84109. And we'll repeat it again. P.O. Box 9223, Salt Lake City, Utah 84109. So make sure you check that out. If you want to send C radio stuff to the 390 Wagmaster, his name is Mike, and he'll make sure he'll put that on YouTube, and he'll make sure everything. And if you want to send some stuff, he can review C radios he likes to show off on his channel. Make sure you send that to his mailing address. Also, if you want a United Delta X-ray number, UDX number like I have, if you want to join the club, make sure you email him. And we have plenty of numbers on the list. And if you want to pick a UDX number you want to do, he'll tell you if it's edible or not, or either way, and he'll send the UDX stickers to you once you email him, and get you in the club for sure. So the email will be to make it out to 390 Wagmaster. Tell him Foxton sent you over there, UDX362. His email address is udxcbradio@yahoo.com. udxcbradio@yahoo.com. And also, if you want donations to his PayPal to donate money to his channel, make it out to breakerbroke23@yahoo.com. breakerbroke23@yahoo.com. And he'll make sure you be happy, sure. And he keeps these running videos for sure. And the money will go to CB radios he does, and for the stickers he does. And he does those skip videos he does in locations like Home Depot parking lots and across through the Salt Lake City Valley. So make sure you check him out. 390 Wagmaster on YouTube. Thursday nights live stream. That would be at least 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 8 o'clock Central Daylight Time, 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Daylight Time in Salt Lake City, Utah land, and 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific Daylight Time for California and Arizona and parts of Nevada and those type of time zones. And make sure you check them out on Thursdays, live streams on 390 Wagmaster. Oh yeah. And give him a shout hi to him. Tell him the Foxman sent you all the way from Tennessee. UDX362 getting on down. And check out all this stuff. Also, we'll see what he has on subscribers. Let's go to the home system. If he's got those guys listed here. Alright. Let's do this today. Let's say hi to them already. Alright. Islander 498 video gates. We're going to see if he's out there today. Okay. Put that in the dial. In the Rolodex. And there's Highlander. And check out Jungle Joe's video gates. That's a guy called UDX791 in the Gulf Islands. Go look up his channel. Tell him UDX362 sent you over there. Alright. This is the Highlander. He's the legendary out there in the radio land world. He's got that Icon 7300. I think that's what he's using. All these waterfall videos he's doing on live streams from different things he does. He's got different videos. You name the whole 9 yards. Look at all the short skips he's been doing all week. Highlander for 498 interactive video games. Oh yeah. He's been banging on the meters for the last couple weeks. He's been doing very good. And make sure you check him out. And he's caused by the Highlander. He's got that little thing moving in the background. And that's how you make on the skip videos. So make sure he goes by this. Highlander, there only could be only one. And that's him. His name is John. He's out of St. Louis, Missouri. And that's what I'm saying. He goes by UDX 498. The Highlander, it's him. He's on the hills, on the radio waves, banging on the mirrors, talking on that thing. And he goes by UDX 498. His name is John, Juliet, Oscar, Hotel, November. That is right. I think we correct that one. I think his name is John, J-O-J-O, HN, I think it is, Juliet Oscar, Hotel November. That's it. So he goes by Highlander 498 Interactive Video Gates out of St. Louis, Missouri. And he goes by UDX 498. He always called himself Highlander. They only could be only one. And make sure you check it out. Look at all these little KSLs he's making. He's got live streams once in a while. And if you're out there on the radio waves, on the C radio, if you hear him out there in St. Louis, Missouri and Skip, give him a shout back. Tell him UDX 362, Knoxville, Tennessee from Foxman 362 sent you to this channel. Make sure you check that out. Also, I'm surprised. Surprise. That is what we want to do. And this man had a great show last night for a couple minutes, 2 hours and 34 minutes. Check out that live stream. And sorry about the background doodles doing that. They're laying on the couch relaxing for the night. And we'll give us a weather report before we go check them out. And I'll show you our weather report before we go back to in a minute. This is our weather report right now. So we're looking at 51 degrees with rain. So that's what it's saying, is drizzling. This is the update at least 1:25 in the morning. 97% humidity, 6 miles an hour. Barometer pressure is between 31.00 inches. Cloud cover is 100%, 4 miles visibility, 1,800 feet cloud ceiling at 1,800 feet, 2.50 Fahrenheit, 50 degrees, and indoor humidity is at 53%. Okay, so the next day will be here. Tomorrow will be at least 57 degrees, almost 59, and low at least what's the low out here? And tomorrow night be 48 degrees for the lows tonight with rain and stuff like that. That's during today will be. Right now, this is today's forecast and tonight's forecast on Tuesday, on October 28, 2025. That is what we're going to do. We're getting colder down to 48 degrees. And looking at 10 hours and 51 minutes of daylight. A sun time will rise at 7:57 in the morning, 6:48 p.m. in the evening. That's when it's getting darker. Next month it will get a lot darker than this. You guys can see the waxy moon comes at 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 p.m. in the afternoon. 12 o'clock midnight will be that thing. These are the average highs you see, 61 to 39 for the low. Forecast is doing 57 to 48 for the low. The record from 80 degrees on this day for 2023, 1957 was like 20 degrees. Last year was 68 to 53, a little bit warmer than the average. And as I'm saying, and we'll show you that for that. We're going to get us our weather forecast of the hurricane update. Let's take a minute forecast. I think that's what we can do. E. And the rain will be starting at 8 minutes to date. And let's go look at our radars tonight. Hope it's a really long range radar. So we're looking at lots of rain. Look like little showers here, but look at all that rain ended up in Kentucky tonight. And we're going to talk about the Category 5 hurricane that is in Jamaica. We're going to talk about those guys down there. Daily forecast. So those are the forecasts today for Tuesday the 28th of October. To October 28th, yep. Straight shower this morning, otherwise cloudy. And it'll be low 48 degrees tonight. Tomorrow night and Wednesday will be 51 degrees, 44 for the low. Be following streets and highways, 95% percentage of rain. Mostly be 49% today. Tomorrow will be 95%. So it'll be a whole day. And you guys see that? Gets low colder at 30. The next day you see the forecast, 49 degrees on the 30th for the rain, 38 for the low. You guys see that? The next day you have to dress warming. The next morning will be 37 degrees. So staying in the upper 50s. You guys see that? We're not even going to warm up for a while. Starting getting colder and colder each day. I think next Sunday will be 61 degrees. That'll be our best day. November 11th. I think November 11th will be our best day when it's pretty quite warm. and it's dropping around between the 60s and 50s, man. Rocking on the 50s for sure to the 40s and like that. These are all prediction forecasts. You guys can see it. It's like it's been bouncing up and around. So let's go get Hurricane Melissa on the update for the people in Jamaica today on this live stream in case they miss out that they lost power over there. So this is actually what's going on here. We ain't gonna play that tonight. So let me close this thing out. So this is the prediction forecast right now. So it's actually going right up here. It's gonna slam in Cuba, going into Grand Tacos of the Bahamas, and it's gonna go right out that way. So I feel sorry you guys in Jamaica tonight. So looking at 1 p.m. Tuesday morning, Tuesday at 8 o'clock p.m. even. So they'll be leaving Jamaica by tomorrow, today. So you guys are going through that right now. I don't know this hurricane's updated to you. I think this is a couple hours ago. Let's go look at the percentage of this. Look at 120 miles an hour. So this is the forecast. What's looking like. This is the bad zones here. It looks like it's gonna hit there on Halloween night. Halloween storm hurricane. Low. It looks like New York. So that's what the poster track is looking at right here. It's gonna go to England soon, guys. You know that. Let's get the coordinates up here. What's the coordinates of the hurricane right now? Don't want to look at that video in a second. We need to look at something here. Give us a hurricane updates. Hurricane warning. So let's go look at telecast. And telecast is what you want to look at. Because telecast has been around since 2000, since 2007. Before that, let's go look at the. Okay, hurricane tropical zones. So it looks like pretty warm in the Caribbean today. You see this orange stuff? It's the warmer area. Is that Hawaii down there? No way that could be. That's New Zealand. New Zealand's on the edge. Looks like they're getting a little bit warm there. Look at that, guys. That is Antarctica. So it's warm between Hawaii and all those areas. Let's take a look at a hurricane archive. So we need to get a hurricane forecast. So the current forecast, what's that time for 3 a.m. GM? This was 1 o'clock update. What's the update on that? So that'd be 8 o'clock a.m. So let's look at the GM electronic time. Last coordinates was 175 miles an hour, 903 middle bars. What's the coordinates maps? 16 degrees. Look at 16 degrees, 16.6 degrees north. I think latitude, that means north and south. And longitude will be at least 78 degrees, 0.5 west. So I got that correct. So they're looking at tropical storms right now, but they're looking at 175 mile an hour winds. Storm details. So that's where she's at right now. So let's give us an idea for those guys in Jamaica tonight. So it's actually right here right now, 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. It's probably almost halfway right here right now, 8 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be approaching them in the morning. If this forecast is right. It's moving north-northeast at 2 miles an hour. 185 miles guesstimate. Maximum winds is 150 miles an hour. How far is Jamaica, guys? We're looking at 100 miles, I guess. So the coordination could be right here. Let's go look at a radar map in a few minutes. So you guys in Jamaica are going to be getting hit in a hurricane in the morning. So it looks like it's going to stay over near Montego Bay and get on out of here. And it's going to go into Cuba. And it's going to hit right next to Bermuda. Bermuda is right there. You guys are going to get smacked with this in a couple of weekdays. So let's see what the hurricane looks like on the map on this thing here. So let's go look at Hurricane Melissa down in the Caribbean. I'm gonna go get us a radar and jump over to it. And we'll see you guys what's going on in Jamaica right now. Is this hour at 1:33 in the morning. You guys are probably still up this hour. So I'm glad you guys are watching this from Jamaica Lawbreaker. All the guys who made contact. Look how that thing looks intensified, guys. You can see it. Ooh, look at that bad boy coming in. Let's play a radar map. So you're getting part of the storm right now for you guys in Jamaica tonight. It looks like you're getting the outer bands. So let's give us a play. So she is moving onto your island right now. So I'm telling you guys at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's going to be getting really closer around at least 3 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time for us. So the eye is getting closer, closer. So this is a prediction forecast. Yeah, you can tell where the eye is at. It's going to still be right there. So you guys are going to be getting this real soon. Let's take a look at this track. This eye is about 30 miles wide. Look how big that thing is. And it's going to go into Mandeville and Black River, Jamaica. And we're going to look at that between. Most of our guys we talk is Montego Bay. And I think in Kingston we have talked to. I talked to a lot of guys over in this area, down this area. But if anybody's Jamaica, I would definitely be on. I'll be going to the mountains right now and starting evacuate your house. So make sure you guys get into the mountains in Jamaica. So if you guys are still on the island tonight, so get up to the mountains of Jamaica so you don't deal with the storm surge down here. So it's going to be a lot of damage, I believe. So Montego Bay is going to probably be taking some of the hits, but it's going to hit center of Jamaica. So if you guys are going to be on the sea radio after the storm, let us know what's going on down there. We want to know if anybody can send help down there. If you guys are going to go through this pretty bad, let us know if you're out there on the sea radio. If you guys are Jamaica on 27.5115, so people will be hearing you out there on the dial. So I need you guys to talk on the sea radio on skip, so my guys will talk to you out there and find out how you guys had much damage either way, and maybe you guys give them an update on the storm report if they lose power, if they have sea radio down there, if for emergency supplies. So give them the update. If you're on the skip talking to Jamaica today, if they go through it after 8 o'clock in the evening, you might be able to hear. You probably have to talk to them on Wednesday. So that'll be your best day. The next day will be Wednesday. When you talk to, I don't know, you guys are going to hear Jamaica at 8 o'clock p.m. Their time. So if you guys are talking to Jamaica in the next 2 days, make sure you give them a confirmed report where it went. Tell them about that. If they have internet down there, we want to know everything about that. So make some videos about this on sea radios, where they're so good about hurricanes during Jamaica. So any guys out there for United Delta X-ray or anybody who's talking on the CB, but make sure you keep the frequency clean tomorrow in the next 2 days on 38 and 37 and channel 51 up there, that channel you guys know. So if you hear Jamaica, get a hold of them on the radio and tell them how they're doing with the storm, and make sure you get an update report on the radio. So maybe they'll have battery power for the next 4 or 5 days, or probably a week. Depends on the damage on the island we're at. If they're up in the mountains, they'll be kind of lucky, but the coastal area is going to be destroyed. This is going to be like what happened to Hurricane Gerbert back in 1988. Hurricane Gerbert went into Kingston, I know. I heard about it a long time ago. Because I was in Puerto Rico that time. It missed my area. It missed them, but they had one called Gerbert back in 1988. So this one's going to go into Cuba in the next few days. And they're going to take a really bad hit in this area. And because these people don't have a lot of good homes in these areas. So if they're up in these mountains, they're going to be okay if they're in a cave. So get into your evacuation zones and stuff for you people in Jamaica. Jamaica Lawbreaker will hear you in a couple weeks. So if you guys are doing okay, get a hold of some of my guys out there. because I went through a Category 5 a long time ago, but it depends on the type of storm. This looks like the worst stuff down here on the backside of the storm I'm looking at. The way I'm looking at it here, this looks like the worst here. You can't tell by the eye on this radar until you see it on the radar what it looks like when it gets to the shore. So it's at 175 miles an hour right now, so that's what it's talking about. So you guys saw the report, the forecast. So we're going to be talking about CB Lounge 2112 right now. So check out his channel. He did a show on Sunday. Check out Sunday services. That's what he does. He had an old school radio from the 1980s, so you will check that out when you see it. CB Lounge 2112 79 smokescreen, and his room always looked like 1988 all the time in the 80s. And he's got a lot of videos. He does the Sunday services. He does other things. Tone Foxman sent you all the way from Tennessee. UDX 362 waving on back to UDX 2112 out there in Radioland. He's in Carson City, Nevada, and that's where he's at. This is his PayPal donation, so send him some money if you like the channel and stuff. His Facebook group is You Go Here Join. Give him a shout out to Reed, and he'll get a shout out to you. And this is his stuff you could buy for him, but he'll usually send you a sticker for free if in the mail, or you want to buy that. We just don't care about that. And this is the CB Lounge 2012 merchandise. If you want to buy some stuff or stickers, let him know, and make sure you get that going. So that is his channel he does. So the only thing this guy has not watched TV since 2004. He told us a story about why. And he was homeless one time when the CB radio saved his life when he used to live in Las Vegas a long time ago in the 80s and 90s. So a friend let him stay until he catch up. When he a friend actually let him live with him. He took 4112 in and let him live for a while until he caught up and stuff like that. So yeah, this guy's a Gen X just like me, and he's got like that cool Honolulu wave. Aloha, and he does those Kelly skid rippers and stuff like that, the 79 smoke screen, and blowing on the dial, man. He is definitely for sure CB Lounge 2112, and the man that drinks RC colas every single day. Too bad we don't have an RC cola on Microscope. Let's give it a little shot, see if we can see it on Microscope before we go. And I don't know, maybe we're only going to see that right now. So yeah. So just want to let you guys know, check out CB Lounge 2112 out there in Carson City, Nevada. He'll make sure you get them 79 smoke screen. He's got different radios from like Radio Shack radios from the 80s, 90s, and he's got other radios from the 70s, and he's got ones from the early 2000s like that. And he's got lots of things. And the Boss Hog, he got the Gender Grant, and he's been blowing them 79 smoke screens on the dial, man. That's 2112 UDX 21, and I go by UDX 362 from the Foxman over Tennessee. Check out CB Lounge 2112 on YouTube, and he goes by CB Lounge 2112 Video Gates. We'll see you there. Keep it up, 79 smoke screen. Check out CB Lounge 2112. Check out CB Lounge 2112 on YouTube. Aloha, 79 smoke screen. Whoa, whoa, whoa. $1. Oh yeah. And his name is Reed out in Carson City, Nevada. And I'll tell you about the thing about this. When you're on the skip with him, you're watching the show on the live stream. If you do make the intercept, he makes the live intercept with you, hearing you out there, like, break 11, this is 362. How about it, CB Lounge 2112 in Carson City, Nevada? Or if you're out there on sideband on 3738, he goes on sideband once in a while. Go like CQDX, calling CQDX. This is 362 Knoxville, Tennessee. How about a CB Lounge 2112 there in Carson City, Nevada? If you're out there, calling CQDX, this is 362 Knoxville, Tennessee. How about a CB Lounge 2112 you out there? in Reno, Nevada. Calling CQDX, calling CQDX. This is UDX 362, Knoxville, Tennessee. How about a CB Lounge 2112? You out there in Carson City, Nevada? Calling CQDX, calling. This is 362, Knoxville, Tennessee. Calling CQDX, calling CQDX. How about a CB Lounge 2112 out there in Carson City, Nevada? And make sure you do that. And it goes the other way. So check out CB Lounge 2112 video gates on YouTube. And it'll keep you out there on the dial. And plus, when you're on the live stream with him, if you intercept, he has a line intercept. What he does, he checks your meter reports, your audio report, and the show clock goes right here and even down here. And you'll hear yourself what you sound like on the radio in up his area. So check out CB Lounge 2112 Video Gates on YouTube. CB Lounge 2112 on YouTube. And you're in a lounge, you're relaxing, and you're on the airwaves. CB Lounge 2112 Video Gates on YouTube. 79 Smokescreen. CB Lounge 2112 will hear you out there. Make sure you catch those Sunday services and all those things, and he'll be proud of you. Aloha! 79 Smokescreen. We'll catch you later. So we did a great thing tonight about that channel today. So today what we're talking about this here today, the BEAVERLAB Tech on BEAVERLABTech.com. So check out the site. Go to Temu to look it up. This is the one we're using tonight of that microscope. This is where you get it's called the Daring M1. This is what we're using tonight. They also got telescopes. Also, this is what we're using tonight. Today was this thing we're testing out. We'll do some more of these on the live streams real soon. Maybe we'll do one. We have to make something one of these. I don't have something that goes into it. We need to do it on live stream, how we can solder it, and you guys can see that. It means you can move it up and down. We need to have something to hold it in. So I'll have to try and do something to make something for it. Maybe we'll hold it on when it's holding hands. I don't know. Or a tripod or something like that. That's the only way you guys could do that. I wish it would have came some kind of like a tripod thing you could do like that, but it's pretty cool. It'll do really good. So check this out. I want you guys to go look at this website and go make sure you go to Temu to get it pretty cheap and try out one of these things. Do some little things with it, and it's pretty cool. It doesn't come with this. It only comes with that. You guys know that. And it can do lots of great things. Who knows? You might get something really cool in there. It might do a lot of fantastic things you don't know. Maybe you'll find some of those hidden logos on C radios on that thing. You never know, they could put a rare Cobra with a hidden Cobra logo way tiny, and you might be able to find it on the microscope. But yeah, or your phone. So this is the BEAVERLAB Darn M1. And you can see it all about it on YouTube. This is the built capacity base, but it's actually the tube, 700 mA, that's what it is. And it supports all that. So make sure you check it out. And they probably didn't know what happened, so this device has its own Wi-Fi that I connected to make it work on your phone. So we're looking at the thing we're talking about. You know the thing. So this is what he's talking about. So this device has its own Wi-Fi to connect to make sure your phone. It's not easy at the beginning, and you have to complete reset every time you want to use it. After learning this the second time, I would not be using this again. Well, they probably don't know how to do it, but it does work good on phones and stuff. But it's pretty easy to do once you do it. If you get a defective one, you guys know what to do. Just let it fall on the desk, and usually will come back. When you turn it on and let it fall on the desk, the microscope will usually comes back on. But sometimes you might get a defective one, at least 10 to 15%. But when I got my second one, it was not defective, so everything works on that. And we have these two of these microscopes right now. They both work no problem. But I'll have to show you what a chip looks like in one of these things. Because I took a picture about a week ago that took one apart to see what it looks like inside. Didn't pull the whole thing out, just pulled the little top thing out. It's a very small microchip it does. It has one of those drone type batteries. You'll see that. But I will show it to someone else a little bit later on that. So this is good. So make sure you check this out. Get on Temu to look around for it. Temu's got some great sales. So there's a lot of good reviews back from 2024. And you also get one of these too if you want to try that out. But it used to be $59, but it's $39. But on Temu, it's a lot cheaper. So give it a support, give them a like, tell them these things are awesome for electronic chips. You guys can look at all kinds of stuff. And then you need to get a deal like that. So let's go back to the little thing on the screen. So we're going to go back to the image on the side. So you guys who came in the chat tonight, and I need to know who came out here today. And I'm saying who came out there tonight. Who came out there tonight? I'm going to see who it is. Okay. So I just want to let you guys know. I'm going to look at it. There's one current viewer right now, 31 views tonight. So who came out into the chat today? Say, hey, what's up, cowboy? UGX357. And felt the link to pass a few days ago. I was like, ooh, game over. Good time to come. Who's this person out here? Who's Faith Math Sewer? Who's that out there? I never knew who that one is. Popcorn 9113, thanks for coming out here tonight. I told about your channel. And Mark Sandquist, UDX 875. I know 390 Wagmaster is watching us tonight. So we're not going to play any music tonight. And I just want to tell you, look up that microscope. We did one about that. We're about 3 hours and 9 minutes. We might have to go back from the beginning, but we had to show you what it looked like. And we're going to get on that and go to bed soon. So you guys have a great night. I'm going to wave to you guys out there. Thanks for coming out here tonight. UDX 362 over Knoxville, Tennessee, getting on down. And I just want to let you know, we're east of the Rocky Mountains, north of the Gulf of America, south of the Canadian border, west of the Appalachian Mountains, and we're northeast of New Zealand and northeast Australia. And I'm telling you, don't forget to check Halloween's this weekend, so I hope you guys have a great Halloween. I'd love to get my Cobra 139 fixed soon. That'd be nice. And that President Grant, you guys know that. I'd like to put a DSVFO in one of my Cobra 139s. If it can be done, let me know. So I want to let you guys know. This is UDX 362 over Knoxville, Tennessee. We'll probably be bringing more videos out soon. And we had a great microscope show tonight. I just want to try out the microscope. We might do some with some soldering on it, like test soldering, and grab it with the little tweezer, like the thing that shows on when I get the tweezers tomorrow, the next couple during today or the next day, and we might do some little heat gun, remove some chips on some of those boards here. You guys can see. Maybe we'll do it on the live stream, something like that, maybe. But we have to find a way how to get this microscope, hold it on something, and make sure we get some good glimpse of it. We'll have to see what it does during the daylight. But it does pretty good at night. That's pretty good. So I'm glad you guys came out here tonight. Shout out to all you guys out there tonight. Shout out to the UGX 390 Wagmaster. Shout out to UGX 21 South Carolina. UGX 357. UGX 9 Popcorn. UGX 9113. Custom screen print, thanks for coming out tonight. UDX 875. A lot of guys have missed out there tonight, so I'm going to wave it out there. Have a good night. We'll catch you later. I hope you guys enjoy the microscope we talked about. We'll change the description down below what it's called, and I'll put the links down in the description where you can go get the stuff and find it on Temu, find it on Amazon and all that stuff. We'll throw it in there, and you guys will check that out. And we were doing a live test on the BEAVERLAB M1 microscope. So have a good night. We'll catch you later. Oh yeah. We'll see you later. We'll bring out more videos soon. Have a good night. We'll catch you later. I hope you guys go back from the replay of the microscope to show you the chips. And make sure you write down what these chips are. I mean, you guys get an idea what they do. But it's a good little tool. And L390 can get one of these too and try it out on his radio. And maybe do a live stream what they are. He can give us lots of ideas. Who knows? They might be able to help a lot of stuff with these little scopes. Maybe we can make some modifications out of these things. So I'll catch you later. 79 smoke screen. Oh yeah. 99. We'll bring out more videos soon. UDX362 Knoxville, Tennessee. Getting on down. Oh yeah.